Ladies and gentlemen, what you just witnessed there was the pre-release exclusive launch trailer video. I received that in the DMs from the developers, so there we are. We're going to go ahead and share it with you. Hopefully you guys seen a lot of stuff in there that will get you excited for the brand new anime kingdom coming soon, which everyone is saying is supposed to be the sequel to Anime Souls and Anime Souls X. Now, I don't know if I agree with all that. Let's see what we think about it when the game actually gets here, shall we? In the meantime, there are a ton, and I mean an absolute ton, of leaks that we need to go over inside of the Anime Kingdom Discord server over here. So we're gonna react to them as we get to them for the first time in this episode. But before we get into all that, welcome back everyone. It is your friendly neighborhood Shifty. I hope you guys are having a great and wonderful day so far, and I sure appreciate you stopping by. Make sure you go ahead and drop me a comment down below and smash that freaking like button for me. Let me know what you think about today's video. But with all that said, y'all, let's get into some leaks, shall we? Alright y'all, I don't know if I'm going to stick around and really hyper detailed to do some detective work on all of the leaks that we're going to see here, but I am just going to briefly say something about each one. So the first one we have here looks like the really early schematics planning of the objective quest system, I guess. Pretty cool. So we got some rewards that we can claim there as we complete some quests over there. Then the next one, Leo says a claim as to how the game will be. Apparently they were doing this as like a live reaction type thing. I was not part of that, so I'm a little bit late to the scene, but let's go ahead and open this up and see what we got going on here. So it looks like we have our DPS counter, yen over here, and then we have all of our normal little anime icon stuff and things. Looks like we got the shop, backpack, pets, I guess, index. No clue what the star one could be, and then the next last icon there looks like the teleport system. The next little peek we got here is the auto click and slow click. Now my question is, and maybe this is being answered later on in a later sneak peek, but how will the power systems be scaling in this game? Is it going to be a click to build power system? Or is this going to be an attack system where each click is dealing a little bit of damage? Maybe we'll find that out later on into a little bit more of the sneak peeks here. But moving right along, we got our next sneak, which is the first map for Anime Kingdom. And as you guys know, I'm not too good with the animes, so I'm not sure which one this will be. So you guys have to let me know down in the comments. But it is looking pretty good. The typical build style of the anime genre, more specifically put out by Pydos and his crew, and Leo and all of them guys over there. They always do great work on their anime games. But anyways, moving along very swiftly to the very next one we got here. Hold on, let's open that up. So we got our first warrior. Select the warrior that interests you the most, the weak slayer or the weak demon. Which one would you guys pick? As for me, I think the weak demon looks the most badass. I just like the white with the red eyes and then the horns on top there. So that would probably be the one that I would go with. Into the next leak, Leo asks, what do you think of this style of gameplay? All right, Leo, let's check out what you got going on here. So, okay, so it is a click and send type of game. We're not going to be swinging a weapon as typical for Souls and Souls X. Interesting. So this looks more of like an AFS style system, which nothing wrong with that. AFS did it very well, and I'm sure these guys are going to nail it as well. Can't wait to see what they do about it. Your positive or negative reactions are very important. So I think he's just showing the system once again there. So we're going to go ahead and skip past that. What do we got over here? Oh, we got the Blood Demon Champion. I don't know what they're called in this game yet, so I'm just going to call them champions for now. Maybe they're called something else. But there we go. Nezuko, right? From Demon Slayer, actually. The sister. Pretty cool. Blood Demon doing a little bit of damage there. Looks like she crit for a nice 21. Then the next thing we have here says, how many likes does he deserve? Okay, so we've got... This looks like some more Demon Slayer stuff. So, okay, so maybe this map is all Demon Slayer stuff. So, I can't remember the pigman's name, but there you go. Boar Slayer he's going to be called in this game, I suppose. A little more skill. Alright, let's see. Tanjiro, no, that's not Tanjiro. That's oh gosh, I just had it at the tip of my tongue, man, and I can't think of it now. But you guys know who I'm thinking of. Make sure you guys go ahead and let me know, just in case I'm not thinking the same thing. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next sneak peek down here. Yeah, they were definitely doing this live, it seems like. It says, I'm reading the chat. Who's your favorite protagonist? So this is Tanjiro this time, I believe. The Sun Slayer. Looks like he's doing 39 attack damage, and then he critted for like 90 something over there. Pretty cool. And then ignore her katana. Let's see what that's about. Okay, Leo. Now you're telling me to ignore her katana, but you got me thinking that there's probably going to be weapons in this game as well that we'll be able to equip to our champion fighter, Shadow's pet team, whatever you want to call it. But that's pretty cool. Okay, so we saw a little bit of hot katana action over there. And then the next one says, what did you think of this mythical figure? Okay, Tencent, I think is the name. Tencent, something like that. The only reason I kind of know that one's name is because I had him as my first, one of my first mythics in Anime Adventures. So that is pretty cool. And then he's asking, does it seem optimized? So let's go ahead and check this out. Maybe this is a little bit more gameplay. I guess he's going to be showing off like just a bunch of flashy numbers and stuff on the screen, a bunch of attack skills going off. I guess he's just showing us like the quality of the game so far. It looks pretty good, not gonna lie. It looks good, looks good. The only thing I would say, hold on, let me back it up just a little bit. Back it up. Okay, so now that I backed it up, the only thing that I would say, I think these gaps between your buttons and your other assets over here are maybe a little bit too far apart. Tighten these in, man. And maybe don't have the UI be so crazy big. This is craziness. I appreciate the work that you visual artists and developers put into making this UI and whatnot for these games. But man, I'd rather see the game. This is all like secondary. Maybe not even secondary. I don't even care about none of this stuff. I'd rather see this. Like, maybe if it's going to have to be this big, at least give us a button to where we can click it and it'll slide the UI away and get it out of view. Otherwise, you know, just get rid of a lot of this gap between here, tighten it up, and maybe even scale all of this down, man. Give us back some of the screen space on the game, and I think we would be on to something here. All right, now that Shifty's done rambling on about UI stuff. I'm a graphic design major, y'all, so that stuff kind of bothers me a little bit. I just had to say something, man. Okay, so we're gonna move on. It says, how's your luck in gambling? Okay, oh, pillar of sand, or time. What did I say? Pillar of sand? Pillar of time? Looks like he's doing a little Fortnite L dance. Pillar of Sound. Okay. Is the mythical there. Looks nice. So these are more of the Demon Slayer champions over here. Let's see. Did it actually say on top of that egg? Let me see if we can get an indicator. No, it does not say. It doesn't say what they are. Moving on. Do you know what it is? I will read the chat. Okay, so it looks like he's got somebody held up. We got a knife to his back, or no, that's the player. Never mind. Looks like it's more Tencent and the rest of the team. I don't know who the other characters are. Tanjiro over there. I don't know who the girl is. What was he showing off here, actually, though? Oh, maybe a little bit of special aura on the champions, the fighters. Maybe they're shiny. Maybe that's what it is. Do we have shiny champions or golden? Maybe that would be cool. I like those kind of systems as long as they're not like freakishly ridiculous. You know, maybe don't go too crazy with making it too hard to make them shiny or golden, whatever it is. Okay, so moving on. It says, what's the anime? Oh, no, guys. I'm not good at this. So, yeah, straight away, they've blurred it out for some reason. And to me, it just looks like a bunch of trees. I've got no clue on this. So we'll just move on. Maybe they have announced it in the next one here. It says, congratulations to everyone who got it right. You guys are awesome. Oh, it looks like it was actually Attack on Titan. Was it really? Okay. Yeah, okay, so there you go. We're inside the walled city and we got the river over here in the castle area. Yeah, looks definitely like Attack on Titan. Can't complain about that. And the next one says, what happened here? Oh, okay, so it looks like we're picking our starter champion again. Actually, hold on, what did I say? Warrior! They're called Warrior, guys. We finally figured it out. How far are we into the video now? And we finally figured out what they're called. He's gonna go with the Weak Slayer. I would have went with the Demon. Either way, that's why there is a choice. Clicks and sends over there to attack. The DPS meter is flopping between 12 and 24 over here. So, oh, okay. So he's got like a rage mode or some kind of enchantment, maybe? Is that what it is? He's got some kind of enchantment. Now, some of you guys were probably there when he was doing this live, so you'll probably know. I won't know because I wasn't there at that point. I don't even think I was in a Discord then when he was doing this part, but there you go. So maybe that's an enchantment of some sort. If you guys know, let me know down in the comments. Okay, so this looks like a raid mode or some kind of defense mode. So we're gonna get like weapon fragments maybe. So they're going to be dropping like weapon fragments. It looks like we're getting like an actual weapon over here, and then some gems, and then I'm not sure what this token here will be, but probably some kind of like upgrade of some sort. So definitely a defense or raid mode over there, looking pretty cool. But guys, that's going to be all of the sneak peek leak early access viewing eye candy that we have available to us at this point in time. So hopefully they will go ahead and drop some more for us to see as we get closer to the release of the game. And I hope you guys are excited as I am. I'm a huge fan of the Souls series, and they kept saying, like I said earlier, that this one was going to be like the predecessor or successor to those games, but I don't know. I don't think it will be. It looks like it's definitely a different kind of combat system, damage system, all that kind of stuff. But I'm still very excited. Like I say, it is still a Pydos game, and him and his crew, they always do such amazing work, Leo and all of them guys. And I'm very excited to jump in and check it out, and I hope you guys will be as well. But make sure you guys go ahead and smash that like button for me. It really helps me out. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about these leaks. And if you have any more information, what did I mess up? Let me know about it. I hope you guys have a great and wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and we'll see you back in the next episode.